Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, whom I learned from, teaching this 100% truth. And a shalom to the hopefully elect men, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is your brother Radah with a report, a lesson, an expression, a phone call I made, or a message I left with one of the brothers I report to. I was driving in the home. I was in my truck home from work today, and I've been watching these TikTok videos of all the Christians and people, people talking about the rapture, right? And I was laughing at it, and just kind of just whatever. But today, when I was coming home from work, the Spirit hit me to the point of one of them staggering, where you get a revelation that you didn't really see it from an angle, the way the Spirit was showing me. And all these precepts flooded into me, and I actually I kind of had to repent because, and I kind of, and I was, well, I don't know if it was repent, but I felt scared because it was like, wait a minute, the whole nation is laughing. On one side, you got Christians who are just stupid because the Renaissance Western Christian doctrine it's another gospel. It was created by the Edomites to cover who they are in the scriptures. They covered over the face of Yahweh Shai by making him look like a so-called white man. They made the Bible all about white patriotic America, and every other nation was involved or invited to come in underneath white people. It's bullshit, which goes into the controversy of Zion. It doesn't explain who the people that call themselves Jews today are, and all of this can be explained in Scripture. Yet when we explain it and tell people, they don't listen. And so you got this psyop, this false flag, false prophecy report going on. I'm starting to believe that all the 501c3 Christians, pastors, and however this started, because I started to realize, wait a minute, why are so many people on TikTok telling the Christians, well, if you're going to get raptured, sign your house over to me, give me some money, leave it behind. Where'd this come from? To prove you believe what you believe, and give us your house, give us your car, give us your money away, and then. There's recordings of people claiming to do this. And I was like, is this really fucking happening? And then I started wondering today, after listening to this little sodomite that's about to speak, that's going to come on after this girl, I started thinking, wait a minute, some of this looks like it's got Esau's hands behind it or on it, because it doesn't seem organic. How did and when did people who don't believe in the Bible become so skillful when it comes to this doctrine? Well, I don't believe in it, but since you believe in it, if you're going to be raptured, give me your belongings, right? And I was like, the Spirit showed me that, bro. I was like, wait a minute, this is yet another psyop lined up with Charlie Kirk and all them, and then the crap they just recently did with the chariot getting hit with the Hellfire missile. And I'm like, wait a minute, they're really mocking now, even though we know that Renaissance Christianity is wrong. The catching up into the clouds is real. It's just not called the rapture. It's something else. It's salvation, but it involves, and the Spirit showed me today what this involves. The complete understanding of this is called the day of the Lord. And Joel explains what the day of the Lord is. It's a day of darkness. Lots of people, millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions of people die. Second Esdras, woe unto me, or the beginning of great sorrow and the great death. Basically Esau Edom's Georgia Guidestones. The declaration that they want to bring the human population down to 500 million. Well, there's 8 billion people on the earth. How are they going to do this? And they're disguising it, calling it population control. You guys, it's not population control. They're trying to stop prophecy by murdering off the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what they're trying to do, because they know that we were scattered to the four corners of the earth, and they're trying to kill off the seed to stop prophecy. It's about trying to kill off Jacob. That's Jacob's trouble. It's not population control. They're trying to kill off the heir of the throne, and they're willing to stop. They're willing to go to the war against Yahweh Shai when he comes back. That's also part of it, right? There's a lot that goes to this. So I'm gonna play a recording I left with one of the brothers from GMS. Because the Spirit's telling me to share this, and then I'll pull some precepts. But this situation where the rapture didn't happen, well, the scriptures never said it was. Yahweh Shabbat is coming, and the whole earth is going to be judged. Everybody's going through this because underneath the sun is the place of judgment. That's in Ecclesiastes. There's no escape from judgment, and the elect have to get into the kingdom of heaven, which is the rulership of Yahushua on the throne of David on the earth through great tribulation. And Renaissance Western Christianity has taught their students none of this because it was all set up to cover who Esau Edom is, and Esau Edom is the focus of the destruction during Yahweh Shabbat, which is what we're going to be getting saved out of because there's going to be so many missiles jumping on America from the ends of the earth. The arrows are going to be shot from the ends of the earth. That's what encompasses the beaming up or the catching up into the clouds is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai saving the 1/3 elect, the hopeful elect, the 144,000 chosen, and the 1/3 innumerable multitude who listens to that doctrine. And that's it. Everybody else, for the most part, dies. And then the elect of the elite or the wicked, they survive because they're in their $1 trillion underground bunkers, which tells you they understand prophecy, but they haven't let the world know. So to laugh at the rapture not happening, okay, yeah, it's funny, but you guys have to understand this is a very scary time that's coming in the future because Jacob's trouble has to commence. It's called the worst time in human history that's coming, and nobody escapes it, but the elect of Yasharallah, they're saved out of it. But how does that wording saved out of it? Meaning we're going to be in it. We're going to be going through it when it happens. And even some of us that are chosen will be martyred during that moment. But the majority of us will be caught up into the clouds. And the clouds is a spiritual mystery code word for the UFOs, the chariots. This is why Esau is attacking or blaspheming the image and the name of what the UFOs are, and calling them UFOs when they're not unidentifiable. They're explained in Scripture. All throughout the Scriptures, they're explained. Ezekiel chapter 1, they're explained, man, and many, many other precepts. When Yahushua was caught up when he went back up into heaven, he was caught up in a cloud. A chariot, a UFO took him up. Same thing with Elijah and Elisha, the chariot and the horsemen of Israel. That's talking about the UFOs. But people don't believe that, but they want to believe in the rapture. See, they don't truly follow Yahushua. And so I was in a position coming home from work today in the truck where I was shifted into a major position of reverence, right? And also discussed, and I wanted to confess any sins I had, because it was like, wait a minute, I was shown how do you understand when Yahushua told the apostles, nobody knows the hour or the date, not even the angels. He included the right and left-handed Alahayim. Do you understand how intense that is? If the and the Most High always speaks to the Alahayim. The Alahayim is Hebrew for powers. He speaks to the angels on the right hand, and he speaks to the angels on the left hand. They're constantly coming to and fro from his throne. You can see this in Daniel chapter 5. Where the Ancient of Days is seated, and the wheels of fire are all around his throne. What are those wheels of fire? Those are the chariots. So he's got his entire army. He's called Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of armies, and he's constantly communicating with his armies, because we see the voice described in Ezekiel chapter 1 when the prophet Ezekiel is explaining the voice of the wings as of the Most High communicating between the chariots. So it's the air traffic control of the Most High. And the voice always goes into his doctrine, which goes into the testimony of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy. And prophecy says that Yahweh has reserved the wicked for the day of judgment, and the day of judgment is Yahweh Shabbat. It's the war in heaven that will take place between Esau and Yahushua and the angels in the chariots. Satan and his angels will fight against Michael and his angels, and Satan and his angels prevailed not. That's coming in the future. That hasn't happened. Lucifer didn't fall from heaven in the form of Satan, the prince demon angel. Lucifer falling from heaven in Isaiah 14 is the exact same prophecy in Revelations 12, talking about the war of heaven. And the Lucifer is talking to top 1% banking families. They fall from heaven. They fall from rulership in the earth. This is coming in the future. And in that war, in that time, there's Jacob's trouble, there's the mark of the beast, and there's World War III, is the catching up of the elect into the clouds, into the chariots, and they rejoice and they're scared at the same time, and they view the destruction of America, the whore, being burnt with fire, the ICBM missiles, from the chariots above the firmament. That's the sea of glass mingled with fire. So to understand what the fucking so-called Edomites lied by calling it the rapture, you have to understand it's connected to mass judgment and billions, hundreds of millions of people dying on the earth. Now, we rejoice in this, but it's still going to be staggering. Just like it was in the day of Noah, this is the second death. The second death isn't burning in hell off planet in another dimension forever. The second death is the complete destruction of America and the 1/3 of mankind dying. What does that mean? The humanity is broken up into 3 sections: the righteous, the heathen, and the wicked. Who are the wicked? Malachi 1:3-4 explains that Edom is the border of wickedness. The Hebrew Israelites are the righteous, and the other 60 nations are the heathen. So when it says 1/3 of mankind is going to be judged and destroyed, and it's talking about the ends of the earth, well, when you do the math from the ends of the earth, from where the prophecy was spoken, the prophecy was spoken and recorded in Israel, which is Western Asia, which is on the other side of the planet. Well, when it says I will shoot my arrows to the ends of the earth is talking about North America. So in North America, which is a predominantly Edomite land, which is the symbol of white supremacy, right? They're going to be destroyed through fire. And the elite know this, and that's why they have their $1 trillion bunkers off country in other countries, in other places of the earth, because they know that this place is going to get hit. So to mock and laugh at the rapture not happening, one thing, what the people who are laughing outside of the prophets, all these people who are laughing and making fun, what the fuck? How are you qualified to laugh, though? Because you don't believe? You don't fucking understand. You're going to die too, though. Everybody's going to fucking die, unless you're the elect, or unless you're one of the top 1% wicked, and I seriously doubt that's you, because your face wouldn't be on the goddamn fucking internet. I'm going to let some of this stuff play. And I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna let what this little fucking sodomite says, and that's what sparked all this other stuff that I'm thinking about. And I left a message to a brother on his page or on his WhatsApp. I'm gonna let that play, and then we'll be done.
You want going to work today, BD? Well, y'all know y'all mother ain't me. I know y'all. I know it's somebody right there standing outside, butt booty and punching the air, mad as a mother. Hell, y'all better off waiting on the goddamn aliens to come.
See, it's funny, but at the same time, this fucking goofy mouth bitch right here, what is her belief system, and how is she qualified to laugh? She's not coming in the understanding of the new song of the 100% truth. She's just scoffing, and that's dangerous. Yes, it is funny, but why is it funny? You have to understand to be qualified to laugh. And the majority of the people that are laughing they don't understand, so they're not qualified. They're just fucking being goofy. And I'm starting to wonder if some of this is not set up by Esau to put on the internet to make it look so other people will follow and start doing the same thing. Because watch what this next dude says. It's fake as fuck.
Y'all, so
this guy right here. Look how he's giggling, right? He's so happy. Watch. This is not organic. I was like, wait a minute, this is fake. This nigga right here is fake. So that once I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Esau, because a lot of these podcasts and these people who are influencers, who do you think's backing them? Exactly. They're backed by the Edomites. They're taking a check to help further along psyops all throughout the nation on social media. Watch what he says.
wait, I promise. I'm not laughing at, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's beliefs or anything like that. But I'm driving Uber, right? And so I had no idea that the rapture was coming. And so I picked up this couple from church, and they get in my car, and, they're weeping. And I'm like, hey, hi, how you doing? Whatever, is everything okay? Because I saw like they were like, not like hysterically crying, but they were like emotional, right? And so I'm like, hey, is everything okay? They were like, yeah, the Lord is coming back. Jesus is coming back tomorrow. And I was like, wait, like tomorrow? They were like, yeah, I think it's like between the 23rd and the 24th. I was like, okay. Now, when I did go to church, I just assumed, this is just me. I thought it said it didn't, they know the hour when he coming back. It's been like 2,000 years since he left, and he's supposed to be coming back and stuff. So I don't know. It's not my lane. However, they got in the car. And
it's not his lane, but he's gonna say all that.
And they were like weeping, and so they tell me this, and so we're talking, and they're like, well, how are you? Is everything okay in your life? Like, we're trying to donate our money because we're not going to be here. The Lord is coming back, and we're going to leave, and there's still going to be people here on earth, and things are going to change. So how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, but I could always, use some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down nothing. They were like, okay, well, we were praying, and we were all in church, and the pastor, he agreed that, the Lord is coming back. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did he agree that the Lord is coming back, or did he agree that the Lord is coming back within the next 2 or 3 days? Regardless, they were like, we were just praying because we have all this money. We want to give it away. I'm here.
See, I don't believe that. I don't believe, even if he doesn't believe in the scriptures, the fact that these people would be willing to give him money, he wouldn't have this mocking spirit. He'd be like, oh, well, shit, I'll take the money. And he would have a different kind of reaction. This dude's like laughing his ass off about it, bro. Like, this happens all the time. I'm like, this is what the spirit, I was like, wait a minute, this is like a fucking production part right here. This is to get other people to get drunk in the same spirit, be like, listen, bro.
I'm here for the coins. Give me the coins. I'm here. So they were like, we were in church and we prayed like, Lord, we're going to order this Uber, and whoever our Uber driver is, we know that this person is going to need this money, so we want to go ahead and bless them with the money. You can. So look it. So they give me like this bundle. So it's like a bundle full of cash. Now keep in mind, in this bundle, there's even coins in it because it was like in this like cup thingy or whatever. So there's even like euros, and I see some Canadian money in here. So there's dollars, there's hundreds, there's 20s, there's fives. Like, there's all the denominations inside of this. So I have yet to count it up.
So he hasn't counted it. That's bullshit, bro. Right when he said that, I was like, yeah, it's cap. So they gave him a lot of cash. He didn't count it. He just went right on to YouTube to record the video to tell us about it before he counted the money. That's not human nature, bro. And what I mean by human nature, the heart is deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? The first thing he would have did was count to see how much it is, man. That would have been then he would have did the video. That's when I realized, well, the spirit, I was like, wait, this is bullshit. And then I thought to myself, okay, so if this little fucking blonde-headed sodomite's doing this, how many other people are doing this? This is a production, bro. And then I heard about the African pastor. I'm like, bro, there was a letter written. There was a fucking email sent. All right, get the actors out. This is another one we're going to release. Boom, 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 boom. This has Esau's fingerprints on it, you guys. Nobody gets a wad of cash and just goes on the internet laughing before they even count what the fuck they got, bro. That don't fucking make, that's the fuck. Dude, I go to fucking Walmart, I go to Waffle House and tip the waitresses, and the fucking first thing they do is look at my tip. It doesn't matter what part of Georgia I go to. They want to see how much I've tipped, because their whole day they're counting their tips to fucking add up all day long. They're got, okay, I made 50 or I made $75 in tips. That's just a fucking Waffle House, man. This is not organic, man. Look.
I count it up and come back. Hold on. Okay, so I counted the money in here. So there's dollars, there's hundreds, there's 20s, there's fives. Like, there's all the denominations inside of this. So I have yet to count it up. So I'm going to count it up and come back. Hold on. Okay, so I counted the money. It turned.
So he got the money from these people. He does the video first. Then he has to turn the video off. Then he's going to count the money. Nigga, that's bullshit. That's a lie.
Out to be $1,915 and some change. I didn't count all the change. It was probably more. So $1,915. So that's what they gave me in person. So they were like crying, and they were like, we just want to bless you. We prayed and we asked the Lord that the Uber driver that we got, that they would actually need this, and we would bless them because it's about to get really, really tough after Jesus comes back. Now, I don't know too much about the rapture. I mean, I learned about it, but I don't really remember. I think that if you have the Lord in your life, then you you're going to be caught up to meet him. So you're going to leave and like your clothes are going to just, we're going to go into, I guess people like me are going to go into the house and find the people that left, like find their clothes or something like that. So I don't know how it goes, but because there's some people, what if they accepted the Lord, but then they don't live right? But I don't know. I don't know how it got. I don't know the details of the fine print of it, right? But what I do know is that
he sure knows a lot to say he doesn't know a lot, right? So I'm gonna stop right there. So I'm driving in the truck and I'm like, once I saw what he said, I got to stop to count the money. I was like, wait, there's something wrong with this. And then I started thinking about every video I've watched that I really wasn't paying attention to, that I was even laughing in. And the more I began to think on the scriptures, then I get hit, boom, and a flood of precepts start coming into me. Yahushua said, no one knows the day or the hour, not even the angels. And then I thought about the angels, which are what? They are the mighty ones. How many times did the mighty ones mention in Scripture? Uriel is speaking to Tobias. No, that's Raphael is speaking to Tobias. Uriel is speaking to Esdras, giving him skill, explaining, opening up the prophecies of Daniel. Gabriela, and Micah Allah come to visit Daniel and give him the breakdown of future prophecies that are sealed, then are then opened up in the book of Esdras. In second Daniel, Daniel 5, Daniel chapter 2, King Nebuchadnezzar is given a dream, and the watchers say, so that the living may know that the Most High sets above it whom he will, even the basis of man. This is a decree of the watchers. So they're behind us, and the watchers are just the mighty angels. Same thing in Job's day, and the sons of God came to present themselves before the Most High, and Satan is there because Satan is one of the sons of God. Same thing in King Ahab's day. Who shall go that King Ahab may fall? Two angels, two powers from the right hand come and speak, and then a spirit. The reason why it says it that way is so that you see it's a difference from the right hand. Now it shifts to the left hand. And a spirit came and spoke. And the Most High said to the spirit, how will you cause them to fall? And the spirit said, I will go and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all the prophets. And the Most High says, you will go and be successful. So we see, and then in Daniel chapter 5, we see that the Ancient of Days, talking about Yahweh, is surrounded by the powers, by the holy angels. There's thousands upon thousands of them, and the wheels of fire are up there, which are what? It's all their vehicles parked around the throne of the Most High, and out of the Most High is coming a river of fire. What's that river of fire? It's a stream. What is a streaming service? A streaming service is you paying a subscription to Hulu or to Netflix, and then you have a connection to your Wi-Fi, which is a stream of information. It's a signal that connects to your fucking router, which then connects to the satellite system, which is broadcasting information, pictures, movies, and ideas, voices from its source, the servers. Where do you think they get that from, you guys? It's the same as the Most High, the fount of living water. There's a river of life proceeding from his throne. Where is it coming from? It's coming from him. He is the power. He is the source on the right-hand side, and he is the source on the left-hand side. And what is coming out of him is light and wisdom. It's spirit, it's water, it's fire, it's wind, and it's going into the Alahayim on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side. And they operate and they move throughout the earth, ordering the entire planet down the path of prophecy. And prophecy is the testimony of Yahushua, and within that testimony is Yahweh Shaphat, the day of Yahweh's judgment upon the earth, upon the nations, upon Esau. And inside of that judgment is Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast, and World War III. And within that tribulation is a handful there is a number of elect spirits that are going to be martyred, but the rest are caught up into the clouds. And I believe that's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. They will behold our salvation. And we're going to pull these precepts, and they're going to see us getting beamed up, and it's going to be the elect of Israel, and that's it. Everybody else dies in America. So to understand the quote unquote rapture is to understand judgment, and Christianity, which is a doctrine of devils of a so-called white man, an Edomite. It doesn't mention any part of judgment. It just says people get beamed up, and then there's a 7-year tribulation. No, man, it's Jacob's trouble. So I'm gonna play this.
Shalom, the water for getting back to me, brother. Enjoy your evening. I'm heading back, man. I'm in my truck. I had a long day today. Hey, I was looking at some of these fucking Rapture videos. I'm gonna share this with you real quick. The spirit just dropped out. So, and I know you know this. I'm just sharing it with you because I was watching some of these Rapture videos, and these people are fucking talking shit about the Christians. We know they don't know shit. We understand that, but I started. You tell me if I'm wrong, bro. But some of this, because they had these people that were laughing, right, making fun of them. I get that part, but then I was like, wait a minute, man, hold up. Why is this so big right now on the internet? And when did so many people who don't believe in the Most High, I get that, and don't believe in Yahweh Shai, they're not even Christians at all. When did so many of them get so skillful in their unbelief where they were like, well, hey, why don't you give me your house since you're not going to need it anymore? Why don't you give me your money? And there's people that are on the freaking internet saying they're going to do this. And I was like, is this organic? Or was there a psyop behind some of this, right? Just hear me out. And so I'm watching this African girls channel. They're going all over these people fucking talking, bro. And this fucking sodomite, this goddamn Judite dude with blonde hair, who's an Uber driver, he's giving his testimony of how he picked up 2 people that they came out of church. They were crying, talking about Jesus coming back at such and such time. And they prayed about it in church, and their pastor agreed that everybody in the church needs to give away all their shit. I'm thinking, dude, this cannot be fucking. Come on, bro. Is this and so the fucking sodomites all happy. Because they're like, oh, they told me that they prayed about it, and God told them that the first person they talked to in the Uber, they got to give him their money. So he shows all this big old wad of cash, and they gave me this money, but I haven't counted it yet. And I'm thinking to myself, that's bullshit. Who doesn't count money before they make a video? And so he's like, I'll come right back. Let me count it. So he comes back. You know, he turns the video off, comes back. So it's $1,900. That ain't shit. That's nothing, right? That's a chunk of money, but motherfucker can make that the paycheck, bro. Regardless, I was like, that ain't shit. And then he's telling me it's like, you know, it's mixed. It's dollar bills and it's European money and all this shit, right? There's different nations of money. I'm like, who the fuck saves money like that? And they don't got a fucking car and they got to drive an Uber and it's only $1,900. And I started thinking, dude, how much of this shit is a psyop? Because I started questioning what he was saying. And I shifted from kind of giggling about it to like, wait a minute. Hold up, bro. And then I started thinking, well, hold up. What do we believe about the so-called rapture? What is it? It's the day, it's Yahweh Shabbat, bro. Nigga, I started thinking about it, dude. The spirit hit me hard, bro. It's Yahweh Shabbat, bro. And Yahweh Shai said, no one knows the day or the hour, right? Not even the angels. What does that mean? That's the left-handed and the right-handed hosts, bro. The mighty ones that are flying around in all these chariots. The mighty ones who helped Yahweh Shai create the entire creation. The mighty ones who stand in front of Yahweh, Daniel chapter 5, where the wheels of fire are around Yahweh when they came to bring him before the Ancient of Days. The thousands upon thousands who ministered before the Most High, where the stream of fire is coming out of him and going into them, and they come back and forth. You know, the mighty ones who stood in front of him on the day of Job, when it said that, and there came a day where all the sons of God came to stand before Yahweh, and Satan was there, and the same mighty ones when it said, who shall go for us, or who will go and cause King Ahab to fall? And one angel came, and another angel came, and then a spirit came. You know, the same mighty ones that in the book of Daniel, when it says, and the watchers, this is a decree of the watchers, that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and puts who he will above it, even the basis of men. These same powerful, mighty ones, along with Yahushai, the Prince of Princes, the King of Kings, none of them know the day of Yahweh. And yet Yahweh is constantly talking to all of them on a constant basis because they're constantly carrying out his will on a right-hand basis and on a left-hand basis, bro. And the beaming up into the chariots come now into the chambers, come down to the chambers and hide from the indignation for a little while, right? And rejoice over her, ye holy angels and prophets, for I have avenged her for you, right? Because in her was found all the blood of the prophets, bro. The day of the Yahweh Shabbat, he has reserved the wicked for the day of the Lord, which is Yahweh Shabbat. And then this is when Yahushua comes back, 2nd Ezra 13, and he doesn't come like a man with the other hosts and completely destroys Esau, Edom's, Isaiah 63, 1 through 4. Bro, man, the whole nation right now, on both sides, is incorrectly responding to what Christianity, what Esau has called the rapture. The catching up into the clouds, bro, involves catastrophic death and judgment, bro. The day of the Lord, Joel chapter 3, right? It's an awesome day, yes, and we look for it. But bro, by the blood of Yahushua, that's the only reason why we're going to escape it, right? And it's a day that Yahushua, even the hosts, they've been waiting for this day because Esau to this date has not been dealt with the way he's supposed to be dealt with. And right now, everybody in the fucking nation is laughing at these Christians who misunderstood the rapture, even if it was even an organic thing. So I'm starting to think it was a psyop. But yes, the Christians don't know shit. But even on the flip side of that, bro, when that day comes, bro, it's not going to be a laughing matter. The third of mankind is killed. It says that in Revelations. That's talking about the Edomites, right? We want that. And yes, fuck Esau. But that's gonna send a shockwave, just like it did in Noah's day, bro. When people literally see this amount of death, yes, for us, the elect, we're all about it. But it's gonna fuck the planet up, bro, because the earth is gonna rock to and fro when the missiles hits. It's gonna turn America into a fucking lake of fire from front to back, up and down. You know what I'm saying? I know you know, but I was like, I switched from giggling to fucking fear, bro. And then I started fucking weeping. I was like, fuck, man. And I had to apologize, like, for the earth and to Yahweh B'Shem Yeshai and the host. Like, we're so ignorant. There's so much darkness in this nation that thousands, if not millions of people are giggling and laughing at something that really isn't a laughing matter, bro. It's a celebratory matter once you sober up from it, because we're commanded to rejoice. But if I'm correct, there's also a precept that says even the elect were fearful or something like that. I'm sure you know there's two sides to this. There's rejoicing and trembling and fear by the same spirits who are counted to be the elect. Everybody else doesn't fucking matter, bro. And it's these motherfuckers that are laughing and giggling about this shit. And it's like, God damn, bro. Like, and I'm like, the Most High is up there, Yahweh Shai is up there, and all the hosts are up there just watching this shit, right? Because they're going to be sent one day. They're going to respond. And it's not going to be a fucking laughing matter, bro. It just isn't. We're going to be watching it, hopefully, from the lake of fire, the sea of glass mingled with fire. Basically, the chariots up past the firmament, looking down. But I believe that there's a precept that says some of us are going to be we're going to be scared when that's happening, and yet we're also commanded to rejoice. That's going to be like twofold, bro. Fuck, bro. Like, that just literally happened right now, and I saw that you responded, so like, let me just share this with the brother I know, man. So I'm not trying to preach at you, dog. I'm just sharing what just came in there. I'm in my truck right now, headed home. I got about another 20 minutes. Fuck, bro. Knowing this truth, dude, and understanding the depths of it, man. Fuck, bro. Even there's so much wrong with the rapture doctrine because it removes the terribleness of Yahweh Shaphat al Shaja. because that's what he is. He's the almighty power, right? The mighty God, Allah Shaja, the demon-like power. That's what's going to hit the earth when the elect get beamed up. The type of destruction that's going to be poured out on the earth, it's the beaming up is to protect the elect from that. That's how insanely intense the fire is coming, is going to be poured out on this whole fucking nation, and then cause the whole planet to fucking shake back and forth, bro. That's like to the rapture doctrine doesn't include that part. It's just, why Jesus? He's gonna get us, and people are gonna be left behind. No, dude, he's gonna fucking wipe. He's gonna permanently wipe America off the fucking earth, dude. This is a big piece of dirt. 3,000 how many square miles? It's fucking huge. It's all going up and fucking, it's going to be melted, dude. And it's going to burn forever as a memorial, dude. That's not something to fucking laugh about. It's like, fuck. Now, yes, the elect will rejoice. But it's on a higher level. This has been an ongoing thing, man, in the scriptures. You know, Ezra asked when the times come. Jeremiah said, how long? Or is Jacob a homeborn slave? And then the apostles even asked Yahushua in the first chapter of Acts, I believe, will you at this time restore the kingdom? Well, that involves a major war. That's the war in heaven. And that's what's coming, dude. And I know, just this all dropped into my spirit, bro. And I was like, fuck. I started crying like a little fucking bitch, dude. And just saying, Yahweh, I'm sorry, man. Yahweh Shai, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this nation is laughing about a very powerful, very amazing prophecy in the scriptures with no fucking understanding. Gross darkness, bro. Salakia, I know, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But in respect, let me get this out, and then, but Tawada for checking back on me, Tawada for letting me know. I'm marking it in my calendar. I need you, bro. I'm still growing up in this shit, bro. But it's just good to be able to get this stuff out. Nigga, this nation is fucked, bro, and it needs to be destroyed. But goddamn, when you get these downloads, it's like, holy shit, man, it's scary. We are in a country where people are joking and laughing. Yes, the Christians don't know, but the people who are joking and laughing, they don't fucking know either, bro. They don't understand how unqualified they are to be mocking this shit, because that shit's not funny. What's coming is not funny, bro. It's not funny, bro. It's not. And yeah, dude, bro, don't get me wrong, bro. I clown. I'm a goofy motherfucker. I'm always joking. But what came into my spirit right now, I was like, God damn, bro. Fuck. How about Shimmy Oshaya? How was I gonna fuck this place up, man? Shalom.
Yeah, shalom.
So, and I'm gonna let this play. That's the beginning. Listen to what the brother Tazabah says. He shreds because it's the truth. It's and I'm not saying what I said in the car. Tazabah is gonna say it even more clearly. Listen to what he says, bro.
All right, shalom. This is brother Tazabah from the GMX Birmingham camp. I'm gonna start out by giving all glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Shemi Hawashah. Double honors to my apostles and the elders of great millstone and teaching they rule well. And salutations unto the archangel throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out. All right, with that, I just wanted to come real quick. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Because as you see, hey, man, Ham's stupid, man. But I had some Jake sprinkled out there, too, or whatever, but...
What he just explained was a separation of Hamites from Shemites. The continent of Africa is predominantly Hamites, but there are Shemites in there, and those Shemites are Hebrew Israelites. We are not the same as them, and they are not the same of us. But because we were scattered, some of our people are mixed amongst them. But we are not the same people. That's what he was saying.
This is 9/24/25, man. So, why do we see all these people? I thought the rapture was supposed to come, man. This is just another sign that these people are bugged the fuck out, man. And excuse the rude speech, but these people are finished, man. All right? Now, you had that bug out from, he was from Africa, if I'm not mistaken, that came out with it with the same.
Now listen to what he says, because this goes into what I was saying earlier. Yahushua said, not him nor the powers, the other angels, no. Yet the angels are constantly speaking to the Most High. So the Most High has sovereignly determined to keep this secret to himself until the very last minute. Yet he shares his secrets with his servants, the prophets. And this is what Tazabah, the brother Tazabah, is going to brilliantly bring out. And once he opens up this understanding, you're going to see how insanely scary, disrespectful, and out of order it is for anyone who is not a saint, which you have to be a seed line, bloodline, Hebrew Israelite to even qualify to receive the secrets of the mysteries of the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Doesn't just give it to anybody. This is another reason why it's so wicked that the so-called white man has gone all over the earth saying he can represent the Most High when he's actually the wicked. Because the Most High clearly says in his, I believe it's in Amos, he shares his secrets with his servants, the prophets, and the prophets are only Hebrew Israelite men and nobody else on the planet Earth. Psalms 147, 19 and 20 says what? He shows his word to Jacob, his precepts, his statutes to Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nation. What does that say? He only talks to one specific people on the earth. That's it. Listen to what Tazabah says.
And saying that, the Lord gave him a vision, this, that, and the third. Like, we've heard and seen this thing before, man. Every 2 years. So this idiot this time came out and was saying that it's gonna happen on the 23rd or the 24th. Well, the Lord is very specific and exact. The Lord knows the exact minute, and that's the Heavenly Father. All right. So, with you being given a vision and this is supposed to come true, I would beg the individual to show me his videos, man. Show me your lessons. Show me your highways and byways.
What does he mean by that? Show us what you've been teaching for the past 6 months, and we will know exactly where you're at, because we will see where you're off in your doctrine, and we can prove it every single. Why would someone ask that unless they know? Because we know, when you know the truth, when you get the breath and you are granted the understanding to these scriptures, which include the Apocrypha, you can cut anybody in pieces that is following Renaissance Western Christianity, because they don't fucking know prophecy. And prophecy is the testimony of Yahushua, the one whom the world ignorantly and wickedly calls Jesus Christ, because that's not his fucking name. His name is Yahushua. And to know him is to know his testimony. And his testimony is the spirit of prophecy. And prophecy says Esau is going to be the focus of the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shabbat, and the other nations are going to be judged, and the Hebrew Israelites will be caught up into the chariots, the so-called UFOs, and only the elect of Israel, 2/3 of the Israelites also die, you guys, because they're bugged the fuck out. And so the chariots are used as literal salvation for the spirits of the elect Israelites to escape the ICBM missiles that are coming to hit America. Christianity doesn't teach any of that.
Because, let's go here. This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely Yahweh power would do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So what's the greatest secret? When wilt thou restore the kingdom unto...
Listen to that, man. How he articulated that. That's... Oh, Tazabah brings it, bro. Seriously. And when I heard that, my spirit, I was like, that's it. Because we have been given everything in prophecy. And there's one phenomenal thread of information within the prophecy. And it's mentioned, but the time of it being fulfilled is not mentioned. Which makes it beautiful, because what? You got all the powers on the right hand, and you got the powers on the left hand. And they've been sent by Yahweh. The right hand powers speak to the Israelites, and the left hand powers, when they do speak, they speak to the Edomites. They speak to the 1% banking families and all that's connected to them, and that's your Lucifer in Isaiah 41. Lucifer is the human element to the actual prince demon Satan on the left-hand side when he is speaking to them according to the prophecies of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Yahweh Shai. That you have to understand it. And the left and the right-handed angels, Gabriel, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, they speak to the elect. And you see it through all the scriptures. So the elect gets spoken to by the right-hand side, and the elect on the left-hand side, they get spoken to by Satan on the left-hand side. And both are ordered by Yahweh.
Us. Now when we get the kingdom, they was asking Yahweh Shai that way back when, man. And he still didn't get that to him. But everything else he gave unto him, man.
That was just excellent. That was excellently communicated, man. Perfectly played on the heart, bro.
So don't you think if he gonna tell anybody, he gonna tell the prophets? So it'll be, he gonna skip over Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah. He gonna skip over those individuals and tell some bug out from Africa.
Listen to the order that this is fire, bro. See, and most of you that you're gonna hear because you don't fucking know, bro. There is an order to everything, bro. And there is no order in Renaissance Western Christianity, and there's no order in fucking America. There's no order in patriotism. There's no fucking order because the top ruling class of the 1% on the left-hand side has the entire planet fucking upside down, backwards, and inverted. That's how they fucking rule over all you motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, and you niggas in America believed it. That show you how screwed these crackers is over here, man. They don't wanna take anything a nigga got to say in judgment of them, but in salvation or deliverance or having fun. Oh, now you wanna hold what a so-called dark-skinned man says you wanna high regard. Now look at you. You had Edomites on TikTok coming, they called it the Rapture talk, you know? Hey, they passing out money to family members, giving away cars. Some people wrote away their deeds because they really believed it. The rapture was coming, you know? But this is necessary because what? The Lord is stirring up these people. These the place is through, man. This place, America is through, the planet is through, man. It needs new leadership. All right? So with me bringing out the Lord would do nothing but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Why did Yahweh Shai say this? All right? Matter of fact, it's a lot. All right, here we go. This is Matthew 24:36. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
And the angels of heaven ain't these little fucking faggot-looking white boys. They're powers on the right hand and on the left hand side that have been sending out light, understanding. The angels on the right hand side speak to us, you guys, and they give us skill and they break down and open up these precepts inside of us, just like the angels on the left hand side give Esau and Amalek all of their light and wisdom. That's how they're able to rule. Ain't no fucking white man smart because he's fucking white. They get their light. They are able to be Lucifer on the left-hand side because of what Satan tells them, and Satan speaks to them. You got to have that element. Every ruling nation prior to America that wasn't the Israelites got their wisdom and their knowledge and their understanding from the left-hand side. If you read Daniel, same thing with the wise men in Babylon. The Medes and the Persians had their wise men. And then when Babylon fell and the Grecians rose up, the Grecians had their wise men. And those are your modern day Chaldeans. And it's the same thing with Esau, Edom. Same thing with America. You are fucking stupid if you don't think there's a satanic side to everything Esau does. He has to have it because every ruling nation before him had Satan helping them. Or you can't rule. The only race, the only group of people that can rule on the right-hand side are the Hebrew Israelites. Anyone else that is chosen to rule the earth, which are the 4 beast systems mentioned in Daniel, there were some rulerships before that too, but the 4 main ones, all of them had to use left-handed power to govern the earth. That's how the Most High set it up. It doesn't make us wicked because we understand it, but you're not going to rule on the right-hand side. Only the Hebrew Israelites that are chosen to be elect can rule on the right-hand side. And that's what he's breaking down. This video is really, really well done, man.
You see? He said, but of my Father only. So he doesn't even know.
And if Yahushua, who is the head son, he's the chief musician. Do you guys even know what these words mean? They're in the scriptures, but do you have the understanding of what it means? Do you understand what it means to be a musician? It doesn't just mean to play. It means to be able to open up the precepts with the wisdom and understanding of what Yahushua meant, what Yahweh means. And Yahushua is the chief musician. He conducts what his Father has composed to the other 144,000 chosen, and the innumerable 1/3 that listens to that voice, and they sing and play and know the lyrics to that song, and they dance to that vibration and that melody. The rest of the earth doesn't fucking know it. Just like the rest of the earth doesn't know the song that the left hand is playing. You only see it in fucking code and fucking symbolism, but you don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. Only they know what that means. That's the wisdom they've been given. That's the Lucifer. That's the light bearers on the left-hand side display. You guys see it all the time in movies when they do their fucking hand signals and shit, but you don't really know what the fuck they're talking about. Just like you guys don't know what we're talking about on the right-hand side.
You see? I'll go here. This is Mark 13:32. It says, but of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. You see? So the Heavenly Father is going to skip over Yahushua and come tell you or something? You tripping, man. You see? Because when he get that green light to Yahushua, hey, this will be the scene of the coming day of the Lord. All right? This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah, because these people are blind, so they're in the night. Though these individuals are looking up at the sun waving, they're in the night, man. Why? Because they're in utter darkness. The Heavenly Father has not bestowed his Holy Spirit unto them. You see? So these people walk in the night. They bump themselves, they bruise themselves. Because after selling off your life's possession, now you got to wake up tomorrow. Some of them still going to sleep with some hope that, hey, they're going to wake up in wherever tomorrow. But you're going to wake up in Idaho. You're going to wake up in prison. You're going to wake up in Alabama. You're going to wake up in Georgia. You see? Through. So how is it coming as a thief in the night? It's going to come as a thief in the night because these people are privy and they're on the spiritual frequency of the world. And the world has no spiritual frequency. All right? Only the Holy Spirit gives out this frequency, man. You see? So these people, they ain't gonna know what's happening to them. But we're the children of the day. We're the children of the light.
And the so-called rapture, which is the beaming up, the catching up into the clouds, it has to do with the chariots. And Renaissance Western Christianity doesn't believe in that. You guys think that the UFOs are demons. Come up hither. Come up hither. And we're going to be done because this lesson is longer than I was hither. Look, it's in Revelation 11. Yep. So look. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying, come up to them, come up hither. And they ascended. This is talking about the elect of the Hebrew Israelites and only them. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. What's the cloud, you guys? It's not a vaporous puff of smoke. This is a cloud. And their enemies beheld them. And when you go into, and that lines up with Wisdom of Solomon 5. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. We are the righteous. And this is talking about the Edomites and the Confederacy of Nations. That's Psalms 83, and had no account of his labors. Slavery wasn't that bad. Slavery never happened. My family didn't have you guys in slavery. Oh, it's been a long time. Get over it. All of our inventions, they never gave us credit for. They took them and stole them. All of our music, all of our dress codes, every fucking thing. Our barbecue. Why do you think white people know how to barbecue so good in the South? Because when you get to Britain and England, all of a sudden, they don't know how to fucking barbecue out there. And the so-called white man in the South, that's where they fucking came from. They came from all these places where white people don't know how to barbecue because of slavery. Every fucking thing. We are the salt of the earth. Sports, music, dance, inventions in science, inventions in the medical field, every goddamn thing. Because we're the Hebrew Israelites. They have taken it, it has blessed their kingdom, and they've made no account. The whole OBGYN practice is because of some fucking asshole Edomite operating on our women without anesthesiology during fucking slavery. Fuck these people, bro. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Let's go back one more time. Come up hither. Come up hither. Somebody just texted me. Come up hither. Right? Revelations 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying, come up unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to the heavens in the cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And this is right before the missiles are launched. This also lines up with this precept. This also lines up with Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. Chambers of what? Chambers that are inside the chariots, inside the UFOs. Because the UFOs are able to move in and out of dimensions, there are dimensions within the UFOs, because this is why they can get bigger and smaller. They're supernatural on every level. So you can fit the whole planet inside of a chariot the size of a fucking ping pong ball. Why? Because it's quantum. It's different, you guys. Oh, it doesn't sound right. You're an idiot. Come, my people, enter into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation will be overpassed. And this is when all the chariots this is when all the ICBM missiles are hitting America, and that's the sea of glass mingled with fire. We're going to be looking down, watching you motherfuckers get blown up. But that's not what, that's what encompasses the so-called rapture. It's way more than what you guys think. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to the heaven in a cloud, in a chariot, and their enemies beheld them, which goes into what? Also, Wisdom of Solomon. The Apocrypha isn't the Bible. You're a fucking idiot. Then shall the righteous man stand in boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. This is why it says in Revelation, when they see Yahushua coming with the clouds and fire, they will mourn. They're going to freak out, bro. So far beyond all that they looked for, because what they're looking for is some fucking white boy in a white robe with long hair and sandals just floating on a white cloud in the sky with his arms spread open, and in all the people in their clothes going up to him and just being there. They're not thinking about a UFO, dude. And they're definitely not thinking about a so-called black man in his God form. That's not what they're thinking, dude. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he, talking about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, whom we had sometimes in derision. We just made a mockery of them, and a proverb of reproach. Niggers, spics, poor people, you're nothing. What did that fucking Stephen Miller say on the TV the other day? You're nothing. We're beautiful. We're light. You're dark. Fucking bald-headed freak. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? And this is what a chariot, this is what a cloud is. A UFO images. That's a cloud, you guys. That's what a cloud is, minus this bullshit right here. That's them blaspheming, because they don't look like that. They're so-called black men. They're so-called Latino men. They're so-called Hebrew, Native American men. Okay, they look like the Hebrew Israelites. Those are clouds. So with all that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great Muslim who I learned from, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is our beloved Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.